All right, Hamilton versus Chase Bank.
Chase is still here, sir.
Where's Mr. Hamilton?
Mr. Hamilton is no longer connected to the meeting, sir.
Did you guys resolve it?
We were never transferred to the mediator.
That is because Mr. Hamilton was no longer connected to the meeting, sir. I can't send the parties to the mediator when one of them is gone.
Fran still with us?
She is.
Can she hear me?
I'm sure that she can.
Yes, I can.
Hello, Fran. Hi,
Hello.
Fran.
Here I am.
Okay.
Would you like to adjourn, please, Judge?
I guess I don't have any choice. I'm gonna have to adjourn this then.
I would think that if a plaintiff dropped out of the meeting, they would try to reconnect, but I may be wrong.
Well, I don't know. To anybody listening within the sound of my voice, I'm just gonna say this. Court is not a microwave oven or the drive-through at Wendy's. You don't get your hamburger in 5 minutes. Doesn't work that way. We're more like a crock pot. It simmers for a long time. So if people are not patient enough to hang in there, I don't know what to say. Okay, Wilson versus Wilson.
Yes, I'm here. Wilson, Wayne Wilson.
Yes, I'm here.
Sandra Wilson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now.
Coming from the plaintiff's space, Ms. Wilson.
Yes.
What is all that racket in the background?
Oh, I'm sorry. Because I'm across the street charging my phone. My battery ran down listening to the other cases. I got to come back over there anyway because I left my paperwork. I apologize.
She's here. That's all I could say.
Mhm.
One other small claims from this morning. We'll get those out.
I'm coming through the door. I got to come back through. I left my paperwork there to show you the transcripts from my court.
Put your mask
Sorry, I left my
on.
folder up there. Up here. Sorry, excuse me, sorry. I'm Sandra Wilson.
Put your mask on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And turn that radio off.
Judge, it's the Zoom meeting. She's still got on coming into courtroom.
Is that us? What do you know?
Yes, it was.
Okay, why don't you go into that ante room?
You must exit the courtroom or turn your phone off now.
I was gonna ask you, can I have a mask?
I thought we gave you one.
All you need to do is go out into the conference rooms, ma'am.
I thought
You
we
can
gave
use
her
your
one.
Zoom meeting out there.
I thought we gave her one.
I did before.
Okay. So people come down here and I got signs saying wear a mask and they don't want to wear one.
Judge, I can't help it. The
didn't
mask
ask,
requirements have
I'm
been lifted everywhere else. We need
No,
to
it
get back
isn't.
on the record.
No, it isn't. Wilson versus Wilson.
Yes, I'm here.
I'm here.
Okay, now,
The mediator has left. If you look at the basis of the claim,
yeah,
that is like something else you talked about
Yep,
today.
yep,
So
I
let's
know.
not even fool
I
around with
know.
this.
I've been down here since 11 o'clock.
Well,
Well, Ms.
I'm
Wilson,
glad.
her case was
Thank you.
scheduled for
Thank you, Judge
11:45, and she
Thank you,
did
Judge
appear
Marable.
quite early,
Thank you,
sir.
Judge
That's
Marable.
okay.
Thank you, Judge Marable.
I just wanted to note that she did appear quite early for her scheduled time to begin with.
Ma'am, Judge Marable's in charge.
Well, I'm just saying that's not a problem that you came in early, ma'am.
You shouldn't be commenting. Okay, look, Wilson versus Wilson.
This is where the case starts getting complicated. She clearly believes she has a legitimate claim, but the problem isn't simply whether she feels wronged. The court has to determine whether this is the right type of claim for this particular court. And that's a major distinction that can completely change what happens next.
Yes, sir.
Your claim is for libel, slander, defamation of
And-
character.
Yes, sir.
That is a circuit court kind of issue.
They told me it was small claims court. I looked it up on.
I don't know who is they? Who is they? Who is
I
they?
looked it up on Google to see if small claims court handles defamation, slander, and libel, and it does, sir. So if I got to take it to circuit court, I'll take it to circuit court.
Who told you that small claims handles defamation? Slander?
I Googled it. I Googled it on the
You
city of
Googled
Flint.
it. Oh, you Googled it. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Do you
Yes,
have
sir.
it printed out? I'm just curious. I'm just curious as to whether or not you have a printout, because I'd like to see that.
Okay, you want me to come back in there and show you? Because
Yes, yes, I would.
I would not have put out
She
the
must
paperwork for small
disconnect
claims
from the
court.
meeting if she comes back in the room.
What did you say, ma'am?
Judge Marable. Judge Marable, I would not have filed a small claims against him if it wasn't for a small claims court to decide on it. But if it's circuit court, I'll go to circuit court. It makes me no difference. I paid $70 for this small claims, so are they going to refund my $70?
Absolutely not.
The
Do you
judge's
wanna know why?
explanation here is actually pretty important. A filing fee isn't a purchase where you pay for a guaranteed result. You're paying to have your case brought before the court. If the case is filed incorrectly or doesn't succeed, that doesn't automatically mean the fee comes back. That's a frustrating answer for a person who believes the system has already cost them money, but legally, the distinction matters.
Do you want to know why?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For anybody within the sound of my voice, let me explain what a filing fee is and what it isn't. A filing fee is not like when you go to McDonald's and you order whatever you order. You know, let's say you order fries, a burger, and a Coke, and they forget to give you the fries.
So basically what you're saying is because I filed it in the wrong court, I don't get refunded my
No,
money.
let me finish. Let me finish, ma'am. It doesn't work where, you know, you go back and you say, well, they didn't give me what I ordered. That's not what a filing fee is. A filing fee at a court is for the right to be able to get the case to court. You don't get to get a refund if the case doesn't go your way, or if you filed it in the wrong court, or whatever. It's for the right to be heard.
No.
It's for the right to be heard. That's what a filing fee is.
It's not about.
It's not like you're buying something.
If I was supposed to file it in circuit court, I would have filed it in circuit court. I wouldn't have filed it to come before you.
Well, but ma'am, guess who has the burden of going to the right place? You've heard me talk all day that the plaintiff has the burden of proof and persuasion. The plaintiff also has the burden of going to the right court. Now, I see libel, slander, defamation,
Now we're getting into the heart of her story. She says the accusation led to jail time, probation, and losing her home, and she strongly maintains that the original allegation wasn't true. But there's a major obstacle. The court is looking at what happened in the criminal case, including the plea that was actually entered. That's why the judge keeps pressing her for the exact charge and the exact plea.
You said that he filed some kind of false criminal charge against you?
Yes, he did, sir. Yes, he did.
Was the case dismissed?
No, it wasn't. I ended up going to the county jail for 27 days. They gave me 2 years probation. I had to pay filing fees.
So
probation.
you were so what you're telling me is you were convicted.
That's what I'm telling you. And I want to be reimbursed for the probation fees and everything and having to find somewhere else to move because that was my home I got kicked out of because he lied on me.
Ma'am,
Sir,
did you have a trial? Did you have a trial?
Sir, what are you talking about? I went before a judge. What you talking? Judge Haley, whatever her name is.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
she pled guilty.
I did not plead guilty to pulling a knife on you. I did not plead guilty to pulling a knife on him, Judge Marable. No, I didn't.
Did you enter a guilty plea?
Not on pulling a knife on him. I entered a guilty plea on a domestic violence charge, which was the lesser charge of the claim that I pulled a knife on him. I have the transcripts right here, which what I brought to court to show you. It is not pleading guilty to pulling a knife on him because I would not have done anything like that. Only way I would have done that if he was a
what charge did you plead to, ma'am?
This is probably the most emotionally charged part of the hearing. She's trying to make one distinction very clear. In her view, pleading guilty to a lesser domestic violence offense was completely different from admitting that she pulled a knife. Whether that distinction can support a later civil claim, though, is a legal question, not simply a question of who sounds more convincing.
I told you, sir, a domestic violence for 6 words that I said to him when he said, you can't fight. And I said, you really don't want me to. And the judge felt that that was threatening. And she found me guilty of that, but not pulling a knife on him. I was originally charged with pulling a knife on him.
Let me ask you this, ma'am. Let me ask you this question. Did you plead pursuant to a plea bargain that was offered by the prosecutor?
Yes, sir.
In other words, they would dismiss the higher charge if you pled to the misdemeanor.
Yes, I know.
Well, is that what happened?
That's what happened.
Well, I don't know. Let me say this.
It was because of his lies that I was in the county jail for 27 days. I lost my home because of that lie. And I had to rent hotel rooms by the week or by the month because of that. And I want to be reimbursed for that because of that lie he told on me while he was on parole. That was a flat out lie. So
well,
I'm not a hard criminal like that.
Ma'am,
what?
Here's where we're at. I'm going to tell you where we're at. This is the kind of case that has to go to circuit.
All right, I'm on my way.
If you want to refile it in circuit to get that to relief for libel, slander, I guess you could do that. They're a court of equity, so you could do that. They have equitable powers. I deal with contract sorts of claims and such.
I will
Okay,
do I would do exactly that.
So that's the, ma'am. Are you talking? Let me talk.
I am.
So that's where you have to go with that type of. That's where you'd have to go with that type of claim. But I'm going to tell you, just a word to the wise, if you pled guilty to some sort of assault, was he the named victim in the domestic assault?
I didn't plead guilty to an assault, sir. I pled guilty to 6 words that I said to him during an argument.
Okay, ma'am, you said the charge you pled to was domestic.
Yeah, domestic violence because of 6 words that I said to him. That
was he named as the victim in the domestic violence case?
You know he was.
Then I don't know where you're going to go with this.
Okay, well, I did 27 days in the county jail because of his lie. The original lie, the original charge was pulling a knife on him, which was a felony. Could have got me 4 years in prison. Of course, I'm going to cop to a plea. Of course I am, because I didn't pull the knife on him. I did not.
Ma'am,
So we
ma'am,
first for the
And now the
27
judge
days.
Ma'am.
goes back to the actual court record. That's important because memory and emotion can only take a case so far. The official record gives the court something concrete to work with. At this point, the plaintiff is still focused on what she believes really happened, while the judge is focused on what the law allows this court to do.
27 days out.
Ma'am, I've got a copy of the Register of Actions. It says that you got sentenced to, hang on here, let me add it up. Let me add it up here.
I'm going to walk down to the circuit court so I can file this against him. Now he ain't getting away with it.
You got sentenced to 93 days. They held 66 days in abeyance.
And your point is, sir, that was from the domestic violence. That was from the domestic violence.
It was not a no contest plea. It was a guilty plea.
For 6 words that I said to him during an argument, not for pulling the knife on him. Judge Marable. I would have been in prison
the judge sentenced you to 93 days.
for domestic violence for 6 words that I said to him
Right.
during an argument,
Right.
not for pulling the knife on him. Pulling the knife on him got me 27 days in the county jail. I didn't deserve that. I did not deserve that.
Well, you had 21 days to appeal your sentence.
I did not know that. I did not
Well,
know
I
that.
can't help you on that. I can't help you on that.
Those
Okay.
things you stapled were 2 different cases.
Okay, Ms. Wilson.
Yes, sir.
And that's the final blow. The case is dismissed without prejudice. That doesn't mean the judge is declaring that every allegation she made was false. The judge is saying this particular court doesn't have the authority to provide the relief she's asking for, and there are additional problems created by the earlier guilty plea. It's a frustrating ending, but it's also a reminder that choosing the correct court and legal route can be just as important as the underlying dispute.
Yes, sir.
Cannot help you on libel and slander.
Yes.
This district court doesn't have equitable powers on that kind of thing.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to dismiss it without prejudice if you want to file in circuit, but I don't think it's going to go that far because you pled guilty. You had to put facts on the record as to why you're pleading guilty.
Okay. I'll because I said 6 words to him that the judge thought was threatening. That's why I didn't plead guilty to pulling the knife on him. That's the difference. That's the difference, sir. That's the difference.
Well, you have the ability to appeal your sentence too.
Thank you. Yeah, I know I
You
do.
were
I
represented.
didn't know
This
that.
happened this year, didn't it?
It happened in 2020. It happened in 2020.
You had a lawyer? You had a lawyer, didn't you?
Yes, and he didn't advise me that I can appeal. He did not.
Well, okay.
He did not. Because had he done so, I would have done it.
Ma'am, I think,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, Judge
I
Marable.
dismissed it and I've
And she gets the
explained to
final
you.
word. Even after losing this round, she's clearly not convinced that the matter is over. The hearing ends without the resolution she wanted, but legally, the judge has explained why this case can't continue in this court.
I dismissed it and I've explained to you, I dismissed it. I explained to you the legal reasons for why. So all I can do is wish the two,
Dismissal for this case, dismissed.
all I can do is wish you guys, good luck in the future.
Yeah, I don't need luck,
guys
and God don't answer wishes. God answers prayers. So thank you very much, Judge Marable, and you have a blessed day.
Well, thank you, I think.